New rule to everyone who's been stopping me lately and asking, Bill, if by some weird fluke Stephen A. Smith doesn't run for president, who are we going to get? Well, I'm going to tell you. But first, a word from common sense. The Democratic Party's current approval rating is 21%, which is only slightly more popular than Kanye's swastika shirts. Maybe that's why, according to a new Gallup poll, 45% of Democrats want the party to move to the center, which is up 11 points from 4 years ago. Now, whenever a political party finds a real star president, the other side always says, well, we have to find our Bill Clinton, our Reagan, our Obama. Well, the Democrats need to find their Trump. Not the authoritarian part, but the part where a politician bonds with everyday Americans because he talks like them. And the good news for Democrats is they have that guy, and his name is John Fetterman.
Well, folks, you know things are bad when Bill Maher, the same guy who spent years roasting conservatives, has finally turned on his own party. And what's his grand solution? A Democrat Trump. And apparently the best they've got is John Fetterman. Yep, the guy who dresses like a truck stop manager and debates like his teleprompter crashed. Well, he has recovered from his stroke, and he does speak better than he did when he debated Dr. Oz. But this is the best they can do? Let's hear what Bill has to say, and I'll see you on the other side.
Trump and Fetterman actually have a lot in common. They're both plain-spoken anti-elitists who come from money, married exotic immigrant ladies, went to Ivy League schools, and aren't afraid to take on their own party. And when the wind catches Trump's hair just right, they're both 6'8". Look, here's the thing. Voters aren't really savvy about the issues, but they do have made it clear what is important to them. Authenticity, balls, and charisma. Trump has that package, and so does Fetterman. He's only been a senator 2 years, and he's already more famous than most of his colleagues. Quick, I dare you to name this sad-looking lady from Washington State who's been in the Senate for 30 years. You can't teach charisma or balls. Fetterman is that rare Democrat who's not afraid to put the woke nonsense peddlers in his own party in their place, saying things like, wanting a secure border and realizing that it was out of control, that doesn't mean you're a xenophobe or a racist. He's been unequivocally pro-Israel, as are most Americans, and when pro-Palestinian protesters showed up at his home, he went up on the roof and waved an Israeli flag. Fetterman says the 4 words that strike fear in the heart of every Republican who wants to hang on to power. I am not woke. That's why Trump won, not because Americans were clamoring for tariffs on margarita mix. Going where the American people are on crime and immigration, gosh, it's so crazy it just might work. See, that's how you get these things called votes. And once you do, you can take office. I know it's more fun to make memes of Trump sucking Elon's toes, but John Fetterman doesn't play that game. He says, I don't give a fuck. I left all my fucks in my other pants, and I don't wear pants.
All right, let's talk about what Bill is actually saying here. He thinks the Democrats need their own Trump, someone who can connect with regular people. And somehow, in the entire Democratic roster, the only person he can come up with is John Fetterman. I mean, really? A guy whose biggest accomplishment so far is legalizing hoodies on the Senate floor? Let's not pretend Fetterman is some working-class hero. The guy grew up in privilege, had his parents funding his lifestyle well into his 40s, and only started rocking the blue-collar look when he figured out it would sell. You think a real working-class guy gets into Harvard? Nah, that's not how it works. See, this is where the comparison completely falls apart. Trump built an empire. He spent decades negotiating deals, running businesses, and oh yeah, becoming president. Meanwhile, Fetterman is out here making "own the libs" comments while voting with the libs every chance he gets. Yeah, real anti-establishment. And let's not forget, this is the same guy who just voted against protecting women's sports from biological men. But sure, tell me again how he's the voice of common sense. Maher is out here acting like he's uncovered some secret centrist savior, but in reality, he's just slapping a new label on the same old garbage. What do you think, folks? Is Fetterman the Democrats' Trump, or is this just another desperate attempt to save a sinking ship? At the end of the day, this is just more Democratic panic. Bill Maher knows they're in trouble. He knows they've pushed their party too far left, so he's trying to find a cool Democrat to cover up the mess. Newsflash, there are none. If you're tired of the mainstream media's nonsense, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're cutting through the lies and getting straight to the truth. Drop a comment below. Is Fetterman the Democrat Trump, or is Maher simply desperate? Remember to head over to steadfastandloyal.com for more stories just like this. Trust me, you won't find this kind of real talk anywhere else. See you next time. I'm Jimmy Parker.